Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. New day, new video. And in today's video, we are going to be freshening up Free Candy's power plant. Right, Kev?
Oh yeah. Oh,
yep.
See, I'm not just cropped it into the channel.
We're old, so we can't really Photoshop anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I did get into I climbed into a plane, and I came out here because Free Candy
needs some love.
It needs a little more speed.
And we got a lot of parts. We do have the most important part of this motor build, which is the motor builder. Because
where is he?
Yeah. Hey, let's face it, when it comes to motors, I'm like as retarded as timing on the top end. So yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing. But Kevin's gonna walk me through. As you can see, he already started taking nuts and bolts off. I'm like, yo, slow down.
Got a little crazy.
You point to me, I'll take it off because I gotta learn this stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah, it's gonna be an exciting video. I mean, probably what, two videos at least, right?
Yeah. I mean, how far do you think we're gonna get on this today?
Today, what I'd like to do, because I haven't got much sleep in the last
that's true,
over a day, and realistically, let's get it all broken down all the way down to the to the short block, which is heads off.
Yep.
We'll get everything scraped and ready, and then
I still got to go underneath through the oil pan. Oh, first thing I gotta do is pull those plugs.
Yeah, drain the block.
Take the harmonic balancer off.
Yep. And go from there.
Okay. So, well, in the meantime, how about we start with the top, and then I'll go underneath and pull those plugs, and we'll see how far we get.
Okay. Well, I guess I supervise a little bit because you're going to be twisting
you
bolts.
tell me, what to do, and I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So let's get started.
Yeah, let's get that water out. What's that?
This.
Yeah, that's all loose.
You want me to pull the valve cover off now?
That's for the PCV valve.
You want the valve off?
No, you could leave that on, but just take the valve cover off.
That's what I mean. You want the valve cover off?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, when you said valve, I take it as valve, like PCV valve. I'm so damn technical. Yeah, so we got Scott. Like, all I have to do is this. Woo, starts removing stuff.
All right. Well, nothing looks broken. That's a bonus.
So far, yeah.
This one.
So we started taking some parts off here, and got the distributor out, undid all the bolts for the intake. And usually when you pull the intake off, it does hit the corner of the valve cover. So popping them off, and then we're clear to take the intake off. We're leaving the intake pretty much dressed because we're not going to be using any of it on there. So might as well just leave it as one lump. We're going to be putting all new bolts and all the fancy stuff. So
get back to this.
Yeah.
And Kevin staying clean.
I don't know. This can't last long. I gotta maybe I'll just start rubbing my hand on everything, all the old parts.
You can go underneath and do the other plug.
No, I don't want to do that.
Got me all oily.
No.
That was a good time.
That's why I had you do it. And you learned something about taking that plug out, huh?
Yeah, I learned that nothing comes out until you impale it with a screwdriver.
Yeah, you put a screwdriver up there and you smack it in a little bit, and then, oh my gosh, it's the geyser.
Yeah, that was a fucking mess.
That's the proper word, right? Geyser? It's kind of like spewed out.
Yeah, it was more of a steady trickle, I'm thinking.
Well, it was like the ogre moment from Revenge of the Nerds when he, took a whiz. It was peeing out pretty good. So, all right. So we got the other valve cover off.
All right.
We're not using these heads, but might be using these rockers. But you know what? We are going to a swap meet. If there is a decent set of roller rockers, it's a nice way to free up some power. So who knows what we're going to be coming back with.
All right, where are we at?
All right. Well, we have the rockers all loosened up. So this is where I'm gonna have you grab the camera here. Just use this. You could probably just use the socket without the ratchet and just unscrew the bolts and put them in there with the rocker and just throw the kick the push rods into there. All right, man. So
Fucking breaker free.
yeah, get that head off. Little rappy tap tap tap. Cylinder heads have 2 pins in them, front and rear. Guide pins, I guess we'll say.
Okay.
And there, see now it's jumped off, so
That one's out.
now you can. That's what happened to the last one. We got the front one
Yeah,
off.
it's just
and
a
the
matter
back
of getting
one.
the fucking right spot to hold it.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's coming. Almost there. There you go.
Yay. Nothing fell.
Yay.
Okay. All right. She's
We
off.
got 4 valve relief flat top pistons. I felt the
good
groove
pistons?
in them. It's got, you know, just a little bit of groove. You know, it does have a little bit of mileage, but not too bad.
Yay.
So,
All right. I'm going to soak the bolts in some gas.
yep. So the head bolts, what we're going to do is we're going to get a coffee can or some sort of canister, and we're going to drop the bolts in them and use some gasoline in there. That's a good grease cutter. This should reveal a double roller timing chain. Usually there's always one on there. Not from stock, but because this is a chrome cover, usually that's a very common
Yank
upgrade.
this off?
You probably need a screwdriver.
Nope.
Unless. Oh, really?
Nope.
Wow, that's the first. Oh, actually, that's a GM style. And you know what?
I don't.
That is way bad. Holy freaking Hannah. That's like ready to jump off.
So this motor needed this.
Yes, this is what that does, Scott, is this throws off timing like
Yes.
crazy. Holy frig. If we put a timing light on this thing would have been jumping like jumping Jack Flash.
All right. Well, we got pretty.
So now we
good
have
timing there.
Yeah, we have a double roller setup to go on there with the new camshaft, and that'll get the timing nice and accurate.
What's funny is
perfect.
It really run good.
I know. I can't believe. You know, looking at it like that, I'm serious. Like, if that did go on the road trip, that could have failed.
Absolutely.
I think it would have failed. Failure.
Well, the tranny would have failed anyway with the leak.
Yeah.
Was,
Yeah.
We would have
But-
noticed that after the first day when we were.
Well, I guess
6 miles
thank
away.
goodness for me with COVID then, huh?
There you go, see? It's coming.
Pulling the gear off here.
No, we just kind of knocked
You know
this
what?
on, right?
We
What?
might have to keep
the
going.
washer off.
We might have to take this keyway off because what's going to happen is it's going to get all the way to the end here and we're not going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
So, let it spin a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
to
let's
get
get
the
it-
keyway straight up. Oh, I
It's
ain't
not
doing
spinning
it.
now.
Okay.
Well, we can. I haven't hit the keyway yet.
Well, yeah, get it to just about where the keyway is. So yesterday we got the old timing gear off and with the 2-jaw puller. Next we're going to be putting the new double roller setup on. I'm setting it straight up. There's the 3 different keyway selections, but I'm just going to run it standard. So I don't have any of my stuff here to use, but let's be honest, I might have used the same thing at home. So we're going to use this pipe and this guy here and tap her in until she hits home. And that'll be ready to go. keyways are all in. They're ready to go. And yep.
Sounded different. Sounded in.
Yep,
Sounded
it's in. Just want to make sure. I like to do one more shot. Yep, there we go.
Just make sure the exhaust is messed up.
Yep, just to make sure I screwed up your coupler.
It's fine. I got like 20 of these.
All right. So that's the right, incorrect way to install that. No gears were harmed in this video, so that's good. All right, so here we go. We got the assembly grease here. What you want to do is you want to get the all the surfaces covered. It does come with high zinc engine protection stuff for the oil for braking.
Oh man,
So,
I can't remember how many times I've done this. Oh wait, never.
Yeah. I did put the 2 bolts back. You should grab those 2 long 5/16
Okay.
bolts for the end of the cam. Do you have rubber gloves?
Yep.
You should put rubber gloves on, and then you gotta like really
Caress it.
Oh yeah,
Fondle
it's like a full out porn movie with this. So this might be one of those like after hours clips here. So might have to add some different music to this.
Copyright free.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, maybe they have that type of stuff. I don't know. So I don't think I showed. Did we? I don't think we showed it on video pulling the cam out. But basically, what I do is you could either buy an expensive tool that bolts to the back here, but you need something to grip it. So what we do is just use 2 5/16 coarse thread bolts, and you could grab it and just slowly pull it out. Now, when you pull old cams out and put new ones in, you definitely want to keep aware that this cam gear can scratch the shit out of your cam.
Here we go with
bearings.
the critical part of this whole build.
All right. Oh.
Slide it in slow.
Okay.
Be gentle. Make sure you use plenty of lube.
I am, honey.
Deeper.
Okay.
Deeper. Try to bottom out.
Oh, it will bottom out. This is where it gets harder.
Yeah, well now you're going through like 3 races.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that feels so good.
Oh, yes. All right, so we're putting the timing chain set on. We got the cam located where it needs to be, and we got to line up the
2 dots.
the 2 dots. So get that laced in there. All right. Now you want to make sure it's gonna go.
Yep.
On there. Did it?
Yep. It's
match
on.
right up?
Yep. Look, got dot, dot.
Okay, now put your 1 bolt on there for just to hold
'cause-
everything on there so nothing falls off.
Yeah, because we are going to be Loctite in these, right?
Yes.
Why is that?
All right, let me get the bolts and lock tight. Use some thread locker, or get the kit that has the those tangs that fold down. But this is not going to be crazy. Whoa, sorry, crazy race.
What do you want?
motor,
Just one
so-
line, right?
Yeah, just put a line on it. Oop, that's a lot. That's good. Perfect. You don't have to. You could. A little tip is if you put too much on, rub it onto the next bolt so you don't waste it. So we're gonna get this all tightened up. This is the quick and dirty way to put a timing chain on. You want to make sure that these two are matching. Loctite it or get the piece that has the tang and then get that torque down. Alright, so we're going to be installing the fuel pump, and if you guys have done small block Chevy fuel pumps before, you know that the fuel pump rod is in here. And it always slides down and you're trying to get the rod on there and you're holding it with your finger and try to put it on, the rod falls down. So anyway, I'm going to show you a little trick to remedy the situation. The second bolt up, threaded hole, that always needs a very short bolt placed into there, because that is a open area where you will lose oil out the front of your motor and it'll be puking all over the place. That is also in line with your fuel pump rod. So if you take that bolt out, put a longer one in carefully. I don't have two, well, got two hands here, one on the camera and one on the fuel pump rod. Maybe I had it a little too tight. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera down, but I'm just giving you some theory here. So what you do is you get your fuel pump rod pushed all the way up far as you could go. The other hand, tighten this by hand until it touches the fuel pump rod, and then put your hand back in there, make sure it's staying. Then you put your fuel pump on, bolt it down, and then make sure you take this out and change it back. Moral of the story, this will hold the fuel pump rod from sliding down and making you want to kill people. Alright, hope you like the tip.
Alright, not sure where we left off exactly, but you can see harmonic balancers on, front pulleys on. We are now starting with the heads. And Kevin's over here prepping all the head bolts that are all nice and clean. What are you using here? Permatex thread sealant with PTFE, whatever that is.
It's pretty freaking exquisite. Is that what it means?
I don't know, man. I was thinking pretty thick. I have no idea.
PFE, right?
No, PT.
Oh.
PTFE.
Pretty terrific.
Effing engine stuff.
Yeah.
So we're just going through, scooping up the head bolts.
So what this is doing is, because you have water passage right on the other side of the head bolts here. So you definitely want to put this on here so you don't have leaky bolts. And also use it when you put your intake on too, because sometimes you get some of that oil that finds its way back up onto the intake manifold. Especially if you don't have enough crank breather, you know, if your crankcase isn't breathing that well either. So, but yep, this is what we're doing.
Yep, get her prepped. So we'll be back.
Oh yeah.
Update time. Don't remember, where did we leave off? Any idea? I don't think we recorded since you put the intake on. But
yeah, did we record even with the heads on?
I don't know. I think so. But heads on, obviously, if the intake's on. Water pump is on. Got the one wire alternator all mocked up. Getting ready to grab some pulleys.
Well,
and,
show the pulley, the alternator brackets. Those are meant for the guys who want to run a long water pump with camel hump non-accessory bolt heads.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really tight on the belt.
Is it, or you mean tight on the
hose?
On the hose.
Yeah. It's going to be really tight on the hose.
Well,
but no, it's doable. It's
you can
doable.
always put the hose on and then tighten the bracket.
That's what we'll do. We'll have to put the hose on and then tighten the bracket. We'll be able to just loosen this and take this one off. We'll be able to tilt it a little bit. Mm-hmm. But that hose is going to have to go on before we put the belt on.
But I
inevitably.
like it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool looking. So let me run down to the basement, grab some pulleys and some belts. Okay, so here's the issue that we're having. This transmission linkage is resting directly on the header. So this little linkage bar has got to come over about 3/4 of an inch or so, but we're gonna yank this off right now, which should just be this little cotter pin under here, that little cotter pin right there, and I'll get the linkage off and we'll get the header mounted, and then we're gonna address this issue in 15 minutes. Basically just probably gonna add on 3/4 of an inch to the bar just to clear the linkage, because right now she ain't moving at all. Okay, next day here, and we got some progress.
Yeah, we're not showing you everything.
Yeah, it's bolted on, you know, little easy stuff, no big deal.
If you wanted to record, he says no.
Yeah, just wanted to get this done.
He's terrible.
So you can see we're all plumbed in. We moved our fuel line to above the frame. This is still going to get bolted down because it was just running way too close to the headers. We had to move the brake line. On the other side, with the headers in, we had an issue with the transmission linkage, which I'll go in and show you, and I'll show you how Kevin came up with the solution for it.
Who built all this stuff?
I don't know, man. Amazon?
Wow.
So under here, you'll see there is zero room between, there's a finger between the header and the bracket for the shifter. So what we're doing is, this pops through about, I don't know, 2 inches. We're cutting an inch off the outside, adding it to the inside, and it's going to run straight onto here. And hopefully it's going to work. All right, so a little bit off with the measurements. Ended up being roughly 1.5 inches. I'm more of a do it twice rather than do it right guy, because it's just more experience doing it twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like 100% more.
Yeah, it's like you did the job
So
twice,
we got it
right?
tacked, we put it in there. It worked fine. Got through all the gears. So now we're gonna hammer her home, grind her, paint her, throw her back underneath, and I'll show you exactly what we were talking about with some light. Okay, so this is the problem we were talking about earlier. As you can see now, the shifter clears the headers. So if you're under this problem, all you gotta do is add 1.5 inch rod, which you can cut off the end of this, and you're clear. And also, as you can see, we ran the exhaust back to the side pipes. You probably be able to see better over there. And everything's all welded together. You want to take the exhaust off, just disconnect it right at the header and you're good to go. So this is the end of day 3 on the motor.